Subdivision of journal is just subdivision of the books of original entry. The books of original entry is basically the first time in which the entry is done. Okay, now in journal, you know that any businessman at first, whenever day-to-day transactions takes place, at that time he enters in journal. But for large sized firms, you can say business firm, where it becomes very difficult to do the entry of each and every transaction. Why? Because the firm is big. They'll be dealing with many customers, many things. So at that time, what happens? They need to divide the journal also into some more books. That is called, it's not ledger. Okay, you should not get confused with ledger. Here the journal itself get divided into these books. That is called cash book, purchase book, sales book, purchase return, sales return, and journal proper. Fine. It is subdivision of journal only. Means the entry is done first time. In place of journal, they will directly, for cash, they'll be entering in cash book. For purchase, they'll be entering in purchase book. They'll just do the entry of these: purchase, sale, purchase return, sales return, and cash book. They maintain all these for the first entry. They don't maintain journal, but they maintain all these, and as and when the transactions takes place, they just do the entry directly in these books instead of doing it first in journal and posting it to the ledger. They don't do this. They first of all, instead of making journal, they keep these all and they just directly do the entries in these books. Are you getting me, children? Have you understood it? Is it okay for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now see. So the cash book you have already read in standard 9, but still I am telling you what is cash book. Cash book is the book where cash transactions, whatever takes place, the cash part is just entered in the cash book. And in purchase book, also the purchase part is entered. Fine. But here what happens, you should know this thing. The same division of journal is located over here. You can see the journal is divided into subsidiary books, just like cash book, purchase book, sales book, purchase return book, and sales return book. And journal proper is the another one. These all are for sales and purchases, but for some other assets like machinery or for some other in which you don't write, means apart from goods, if any other asset remain, that entry goes in journal proper. Understood? Because we write sales and purchases for the goods, you know this thing. We do journal entry for means when the goods are sold, we write sales account to cash account, and when purchases are done, we write purchase account to cash account, and here in sales we write cash account to sales account. So we don't write a goods account, but instead of that we write sales and purchases account. But for other assets, I had told, apart from goods, in which the company deals, that is called goods. But some assets like which are not purchased for selling purpose, such assets entry goes in journal proper. Okay, journal proper is also known as general journal. Now come to this thing. Here you have to understand that in purchase book we just record the transactions of credit purchases. We don't record the transactions of cash purchases. Why? Because cash transactions goes in cash book. So cash book, yes. So the credit goes in purchase book. In the same way for sales, the cash sales goes in cash book and the credit ones goes in sales book. This thing you know, while making the cash book, we never do the entry of credit things. So that is the reason, because the credit part goes in the purchase book, sales book. That's why it happens. So this thing you must understand, that purchase for cash, that means this transaction will not be recorded in purchase book if you are maintaining purchase book. It will be only shown in cash book. Again, this purchase computer printer for office use, this will also not be recorded. Why? Can anyone tell me why this will not be recorded?
It will go in the general journal.
Yes, very good. It will be recorded in journal proper. In the same way, children, how it is maintained you must see. In that is the solution I have shown. Here you see, purchased from Miss MS Brown Company, Kolkata, 5 gross pencils, 12,000 per gross. That means this 12,000 into 5 will be done. How much it will be? 6,000. Okay. And again this will be 500 into 2 you have to do. 2 dozens are there. And dozen is how much? 12 remains in 1 dozen. So here per dozen cost is 500. For 2 dozens it will be 500 into 2. Okay, so 10, that means 1000. These two purchases have been done. So how the entries will be done in purchase book? This is purchase book format. First of all, the first column will be date column. Second column will be of particulars, then invoice number, LF, ledger folio. Invoice is that slip number you can say, and then details of means that addition subtraction you will do here, and final amount you will write in the amount column. Fine. Now MS Brown and Company, that company's name you will write. That means the creditor's name will be written, and then the totaling of 5 into 12 will be done. That I told 6,000 will be written here. Again 2 dozens, that is 1,000. Both will be added. It will become 7,000. Then it is given in the question. What is given? Just see. Sorry. Here you see. Less trade discount. Okay, less trade discount. This 10% trade discount will be given on the purchase. So this will be deducted from the entire purchase. So 10% of entire 7,000 will be 700. That you will deduct, and it will be written 6,300. In the same way for the February 4th or 2nd also, you will this will not be recorded. That you have understood only because it is cash purchase, so no need of recording it. Third one will also not be recorded because it will go in journal proper. Now come to 4th February. Again here 500 into 8 will be done, 600 into 10 will be done, and total from the total purchases you will deduct the 10%. Okay, let me explain it. I'll see that. So this way you will complete it. Okay, here I told 500 into 8, that is 4,000, 600 into 10, 6,000, and then from 10,000 total 6 plus 4 will make 10. From there 10% will be deducted, that is 1,900. In the same way for other also, that is of February 5 and 29, that is 80 into 5 will be done, and then you will do the totaling of the entire column. Okay, and that will come 15,700. But this is how you have to remember that only one thing you have to do, the total of only credit purchases, and that too of goods will be recorded, not of any other asset, and the the cash sale will go in cash book, and your rest of the assets entry will go to journal proper. Fine. I think I have made you clear this thing, right?